A short silence before Xanthus answered.
I love Totino's pizza rolls.
Xanthus. It's been 2 to 3 years since we've last heard from the guy, and now he's back with a new coat of paint. And with that coat of paint comes a completely new story for the guy, which is a little unexpected, but was completely necessary for the guy. I've always had a soft spot for this purple Dingus in my heart, but even I could admit, his old lore kinda sucks ass. I don't think it's the worst thing ever, but it's a little weird. And with the new story comes a completely new redesign, which I definitely have some things to say. But overall, I don't dislike the new direction for the character. I actually kinda like it, to be honest with you. There are certain things I'm gonna miss depending on if Xanthus' story gets rid of this stuff I'll bring up later. But we're just gonna get into it right now. Let's take a look at Purple Sonic Thanos Man and what he's been up to as of 2 years or 3 years. I'm not going to do a huge recap of the both of these videos, but I will explain some of it. Our story begins with our 3 characters here, one called Meldrick and I forgot the other 2, so take it away, Clown Man.
Austin and Emilio.
They've been wandering through Sandopolis from Sonic 3, and it's been straight up fucking torture for them, and they can't even really go to sleep. So here comes Fuckface McGee. This guy, he really likes to ruin the fun. So from my memory when it comes to early Xanthus lore, this guy would instantly commit bloodshed to prove some sort of point. But now he comes down from his shit throne and is like, hey, I'm Sonic. He comes around and parades around as the guy, and even calls these 3, not by their actual names, but as the actual characters. And we get amazing lines like this.
Not tough enough for the wasteland, huh, Nux?
I want to shove a turkey sandwich down his throat so hard. I don't mind this change. I'm actually kinda intrigued to see how he plays off the other characters, cause so far we only have his interactions with Meldrin. Speaking of that, she gets really mad with Xanthus and I don't blame her. I would have beaten the crap out of him immediately. And so, Xanthus reveals himself to her, well, with his voice, and her friends try breaking this up. And cutting to the end of it all, they find a pyramid and go inside of it. Of course, this guy can't stop being a dick and has to make a snarky comment, being like, hey, who knows what you're gonna find in there? And that is the first part of her story. It's actually not a bad introduction, but there are still a few questions here and there. Something I am wondering about is that, does this guy still hate humanity? Did he only drag these 3 victims into his world because he hates humanity and this is his way of showing it? One more thing, is Curse still around? Is he dead? Is he still gonna be in the story? I don't even know if he could really fit into the story depending on where it's going. I kinda would love to see the guy, but we have a Valentine's video to get into. So you'd think this video would have no lore significance to it. It does. It actually does. It's Valentine's Day, and Xanthus is asking Meldrick who she loves. Oh, by the way, this is the first time we find out that Meldrick is a girl, and it freaks me the fuck out. She doesn't really answer that because fuck this guy. But she does ask a very important question. Who does he love? Obviously, this pink hedgehog that's probably dying from a heat stroke. No, he's actually lying about it, and he only loves himself. He doesn't say this, but Meldrin is able to catch on to it, and that's the video. That's basically it. I'm not really sure where this fits into the story, but it's an okay part of it. But, you know, something does happen. The story is moving forward. Meldrin doesn't physically throw hands with this guy, but I like the fact that she doesn't put up with his shit. I wouldn't be too surprised if she derails the guy with a train at some point. You don't really see her ex-victims fighting back all that often, and it's honestly kind of a nice change of pace when they do. Oh, and Purple Dingus. I think he's kind of a fun character, just hearing about his whole gist and demeanor going on. I unfortunately can't say much about these 2 right now. They just don't have much. They just kind of stand their ground. So far, I don't dislike where this is going, but we do have a design we have to get into. Oh, fuck, I don't know how to feel about this design. Something I will give it is that it kind of feels like it isn't Xenophanes inspired anymore, where at this point I can kind of look at it as its own character. I do prefer the 2 other designs he had, but even then you can kind of look at him and be like, oh, it's just Xenophanes, but he doesn't have his crystals on him. I like that this design embraces that he's an actual king, so why not do that? I am slowly getting used to this design, all due to the Valentine's Day video, but it might take a little more time to fully get a final verdict on this design, but it isn't the worst thing ever. So that is the new Xanthus lore. I'll admit, there's gonna be a few things I'm gonna miss from the old Xanthus lore. Well, depending if that stuff got removed from the story, but it's definitely an improvement. If there's more stuff, we will be back once again. Though I bet this guy makes out with himself in the mirror 100%. So that's it for now. Go home. Leave.
I love Totino's pizza rolls.
I swear to fucking God, Nominal, he better be inside that pyramid or we're gonna have some problems.